Let me ask you something that might sting a little. Have you ever wanted something so badly it hurt? Think about the last time you really wanted something. A person, a job, a friendship, an opportunity that felt life-changing. You wanted it so badly that you could feel it burning deep inside your chest every single day. And what did you do? You went after it hard. You texted first. You followed up twice. You chased. You made yourself available whenever they called. You bent your schedule, your standards, maybe even your self-respect just to make it work. And what happened? They pulled away. The opportunity dried up. The person lost interest. It all slipped away. The thing you wanted most slipped right through your fingers. The harder you grabbed for it, the faster it left. That is not bad luck. That is not bad timing. That is the law of chasing working against you. And today, I am going to show you exactly why chasing destroys outcomes and what to do instead. Stay with me, because what I am about to share will completely change the way you move through the world. Here is the painful truth that nobody likes to say out loud. Chasing signals desperation to everyone around you, and desperation repels everything you want. Every single time, without exception, it pushes away the very thing you desire. It does not matter if you are chasing a romantic partner, a client, a deal, or even a feeling. The moment you start chasing, you send a very loud and very clear message. I need you more than you need me. And that shift in power changes absolutely everything. The dynamic flips, and suddenly you are at a disadvantage. Think about how nature works. A dog chases a ball because the ball cannot run away from it. But when a dog chases a person, what does that person do? They run faster, every single time. The same dynamic plays out in human relationships, in business, in social settings, everywhere that matters in your life. When you chase, you trigger a deep instinct in the other person to pull back and move away from you. You become the pursuer, and suddenly they become the prize. You handed them all the power without realizing it. But here is what nobody talks about. People who get everything they want are not lucky or smarter than you. They are not more talented. They are not more deserving. They simply made one powerful decision. They stopped chasing. They learned to become the prize themselves. And that changed everything about how the world responded to them. So what do you do instead of chasing? The answer is simpler and more powerful than you might expect. You build. You build so much value, so much presence, so much inner gravity that the things you want come looking for you. Let me break that down into something real, practical, and something you can actually start doing today. The first thing you do instead of chasing is invest in your own becoming every single day without exception. Most people treat their worth as something that depends on external validation. They want the job to feel confident first. They want the relationship to feel whole. They want the approval before they do the work. But that is backwards. You build the skills. You build the discipline. You build the life that makes you someone genuinely worth chasing. When you are truly growing, mentally, financially, physically, emotionally, you stop being desperate for any single opportunity. You stop panicking when one door closes because you know with full confidence that more doors are always coming. The second thing you do instead of chasing is create real standards for yourself and actually hold them firmly. Nothing communicates value like standards. Nothing tells the world who you are faster than what you are willing to walk away from. When you walk away from what does not serve you, you are not being cold or arrogant or difficult. You are being someone with a spine, someone who knows their worth, and people genuinely respect and respond to that. When you say no to what is beneath you, you make room for what is actually meant for your life. Chasing comes from fear. The fear that this is the last chance, that nothing better will ever come for you. Standards come from abundance. The deep inner knowing that better is always possible when you choose not to settle. The third thing you do instead of chasing is focus completely on what you can actually control. Starting today. Chasing is essentially trying to force and control something that exists entirely outside of your hands and your power. You cannot control whether someone texts back. You cannot control whether the client says yes or walks away. But you can control your craft. You can control your habits. You can control how you show up every day. Put your energy there. Pour everything into the one arena where your effort actually produces real, lasting results. Yourself. Now I want to talk about something that goes even deeper, because this is exactly where most people miss it. Chasing is not just a behavior, it is a belief. A belief that you are simply not enough on your own. It is the belief that you need to pursue, persuade, and constantly prove yourself just to earn what you already deserve. And that belief comes from somewhere real. Maybe you were told you had to work harder than everyone else just to be seen. Maybe you were in relationships where love felt conditional, where you had to perform just to receive basic affection. Maybe you watched people around you hustle desperately and believed that exhausting, frantic energy was what success actually looked like. But here is the reframe I want you to hold on to. The most magnetic people alive are not magnetic because of luck. They are magnetic because they decided, at some defining point, to stop leaking energy toward things not choosing them back. They stopped texting the person who went quiet. They stopped begging for the callback from people who did not care. They stopped shrinking themselves to fit into spaces that were honestly never built for someone like them at all. And the moment they did that, something powerful shifted. The right people noticed. The right doors opened wide for them. The energy they used to spend chasing got redirected into building, and that building attracted everything they once ran after. Here is your practical takeaway. Write this down somewhere you will actually see it and remember it every day. The next time you feel the urge to chase, pause. Take a breath. Do not move yet. Just pause first. Ask yourself honestly, am I doing this from genuine confidence and connection, or am I doing this from fear and scarcity? If the answer is fear, stop, step back. Redirect that energy inward towards something that actually builds you up today. Work on something that makes you better. Go do something that reminds you of your own undeniable worth and value. Let the silence do its job. Silence and stillness carry a power that frantic, desperate pursuit will never, ever have. The right things do not need to be chased. They need to be attracted, and attraction is built from the inside out. Attraction is built through presence, through value, through the quiet confidence of someone who truly knows what they are worth. You were not born to run after scraps. You were not built to beg for attention or justify your existence to anyone. You were not built to shrink yourself into something more palatable for people who were never really in your corner anyway. You were built to become, to grow, to rise into a grounded, powerful version of yourself that the world cannot ignore. You were built so that the things you want cannot help but gravitate naturally and powerfully toward who you are becoming. Stop chasing. Start building. Watch how quickly and completely, absolutely everything around you begins to change for the better. If this hit home for you, if something here shifted your perspective, do me one favor. Subscribe right now. Every single week I put out content designed to shift how you think, how you move, and how you show up. No fluff. No recycled advice. Just real, honest perspective that actually challenges you to grow into the person you are meant to be. You already took the first step by watching this far. That tells me you are someone who takes their growth seriously. This channel was built for exactly that kind of person. Subscribe, turn on the bell, and I will see you in the next one.